our super powerfully simple email solution. So that's my contact information, JenaB@Aweber.com. You're more than welcome to send me an email with any questions. If you're watching live, maybe you have a question afterwards. If you're watching a replay, feel free to shoot me a message. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I love connecting with people. Just let me know that you found me here through Sarah's webinar. That way I have some context to who you are. All right, we're going to jump in and talk just a minute about Aweber and what we do. And as Sarah mentioned, we are really a market leader in small business email marketing. And we've been around for over 20 years. We've helped over 1 million small business owners connect with their audiences through email. And we help you build beautiful emails, including one-time broadcasts or maybe autoresponders such as campaigns or sequences. We have a free landing page builder. So if you don't have a web presence, you can easily get yourself a presence online with our super simple drag and drop landing page builder that's free to all of our customers. And we also have some exciting news coming soon where you'll soon be able to connect with your audience through web push notifications. And that's coming very soon. We're in our beta launch right now, and we're launching to everyone early October. So we have a full service suite of tools for you to connect with your audience and drive them back to where you ultimately want them to go, whether it's purchasing your products, reading your blog, or going back to social media. So today we are going to do a little bit of a demo behind the scenes, and I'm going to teach you how to use Aweber. So we're going to jump right into it because we all know our time is valuable. So we're going to get right to it, and we're going to show you a demo of our platform. Now, before I jump into the platform, I just want to see if you have questions. Again, please do not hesitate to reach out. You have my information. And to get more information after today's workshop on Aweber, you can go to sarahhq.aweber.com, and that's going to give you more information. You can also sign up for a free account or one of our pro accounts if you are a little bit further along with your email marketing strategies. Again, my contact information is there. Make sure you write it down and reach out at any time if you have questions. Okay, so I'm going to switch gears here on my screen. So just give me a second. We're going to do a new share. All right, perfect. So we are now inside Aweber's platform. So this is what we call our customer control panel. And here is where you're going to do everything you need inside your account. And we default to our dashboard. Now on our dashboard, you can see there's a lot of information. I'm going to break it down for you. So here you can do a lot of things. You can look at your stats, which is right here at the top. You can create a message straight from the control panel up top. And we have several different ways that you can create a message. You could use our drag and drop email builder, which is probably the most popular. You could do a plain text message, so that would not include any HTML or visuals or images. Or you could do an HTML editor if you have experience with HTML. Now, you don't have to have technical or coding skills to be able to send really beautiful emails. The drag and drop email builder is going to give you everything that you need. Next up, we have our subscriber stats here. So you can see in this account, we have 30,000 active subscribers. You can also manually add or import subscribers at any time. You can see how many were added today, added yesterday, or unsubscribed today. Now, this is our demo account, so we don't have anyone added today or yesterday, but in your account, you're going to see exactly how this breaks down. And you can even, again, add a subscriber either one by one or multiple using CSV files, or you can simply copy and paste emails into our import field. We also are very, very into supporting and educating our subscribers. We want you to be as successful at email marketing as possible. So at our core is support and customer solutions. So here you can see we're teaching you some great subject line ideas. If you're stumped, the subject line is your first impression. And I know me personally, I always, not get stumped, but I always kind of feel challenged by like, what is a great subject line? And I want to make sure that it's a really great first impression. So we've given you some fill in the blank subject lines that are very easy for you just to plug and play. Now, moving down, if I had a broadcast scheduled, it would be here. The great thing about email marketing is that you can pre-schedule a lot of things, so it's going to save you time. Say you have things happening, but you want an email to go out that time, pre-schedule it. It's going to be easy. Now, a broadcast is a message that is sent to a group of people at a certain time. So it's like a one-off message. So think of it as maybe your weekly email newsletter, or maybe you're having a sale on your products and services. You could send a one-time email. Down below, we have our sent broadcasts. So these are our last couple messages that we sent to this list. You can see up here, this is my active list, Tara's Healthy Eats. On our Aweber free plan, you have one list, but on our Aweber Pro accounts, you can have unlimited lists. And we'll get to that in a minute. So on this list, on my last two broadcasts, you can see, check out my new recipes, and we show you some quick stats here. So it'll show you how many opened, clicked, bounced, and how many complaints you receive. So this is really nice to kind of see at a glance. And I'll show you a little bit later how to dive deeper into these stats, but it's really great to see kind of your progress and how far you're coming with each message. And it's also great to see which subject lines really resonated with your audience. Obviously, the higher the open rate, the better. But ultimately, we want them to not only open the emails, we want them to click on wherever you are driving them. So it's not enough for them just to open and read your emails. You want them to do some sort of action. And that's where that clicked is going to be important. So when you have an open rate that's under 10%, we are going to help grow that number with you. So when it's, you can see it's 0 here. We sent it to one subscriber and they didn't open it. But when it's under a 10% open rate, we're going to give you some tips on how to improve your open rates. So every step of the way, we're helping you and supporting you. So that's really important. And then you can see here, check out my new recipes here. We sent it to one person, 100% opened, 100% clicked. Now, when you're sending to several people, those open rates are going to look a little different. So you want to shoot for a 20% open rate and a 3% click-through rate. You might not get there right away. It definitely is going to take some ramping up. And email marketing is a long-term game. It's all about building relationships and building trust over time. So don't beat yourself up if you're not at those numbers. We're going to help get you there, and we're going to teach you along the way. And every time you send a message to people who want to hear from you, they're going to start engaging more and more and more, and you'll see those numbers organically start to grow. And I mentioned, you can have several lists in Aweber. We have one in this account, and you can see, again, how many were added today, how many yesterday, how many are total subscribed, and how many are unsubscribed. And we have some exclusive offers for our Aweber customers, and you can view them here at the bottom. So that's the dashboard. So now let's get to the meat of sending messages. I talked about how broadcasts are one-time emails that go out to a certain segment at a certain time. And you can send them immediately. We mentioned you could schedule them out, but you could also do campaigns. And campaigns are your autoresponders, your automated series. Maybe you're a coach and you have a course. You could send out your course automatically. So it's very powerful. And again, it's going to save you on repetitive marketing tasks. We also have blog broadcasts. If you have an RSS feed, you can automatically set your emails to send every time you publish. So think about, if we have any bloggers watching, if we have any podcasters watching, this feature is for you. You can set it to every 1 you publish, every 3 you publish, to make sure that you're driving your fans and your followers back to your blog over and over again, or your podcast whenever you have fresh content. A lot of times you think people find your blog, they read, and they're going to subscribe, and they're going to keep going back on their own. Sometimes they need a little nudge, so that RSS feed is huge. But I want to show you our broadcast email drag and drop builder, because that's where you're going to spend the most of your time in the beginning, because you want to craft your emails. Nothing else really matters in terms of stats if you're not creating. So we're going to let this load for a minute, and you can see these are all of my past broadcasts in chronological order with the newest at the top. Again, you can see my quick stats here, but we're going to go to create a message and go to our drag and drop email builder. Now let us know, if you're watching, if you are currently sending out a weekly newsletter, a monthly newsletter, how often you're sending out a broadcast. Okay, so we're just going to let this load a second. And you can see here at the top, right at the top, is insert your subject line. So we talked about subject lines. Once you have that perfect subject line, you're going to put it in here. We'll let you know if it's missing. You cannot send the message until you have your subject line in here. So if you forget it, don't worry. We will remind you before it gets sent. You can also personalize it with emojis, which is my favorite. I love adding in a little personality, especially if it's on brand or if it's relevant to the message that you're sending. You can also personalize, adding subscriber information or location. So think about if you have in-person events, right? And they might be a dime a dozen right now, but when you have customers that may live all over the globe, you can send a message for an in-person event saying our next meetup in Philadelphia. And you can, personalize that using their location. And that's just one of many examples of how you could use that. But there are studies that show that when you personalize your subject line, they are more willing to open the email. So that's a really great feature right there. Now, you want to keep your subject lines on the shorter side. You don't want to exceed too many characters, because most people are reading their email on their phones, and you want to make sure that it doesn't get cut off in the mobile view. So that's why the pre-header is super important. So on the right-hand side, you can see message pre-header here. Do not leave this blank. You want to make sure that you are putting something in there, because that is essentially like a second subject line. And, it could be like your subject line could be like, here's a surprise inside just for you. And then in your message pre-header, you could say like 25% off today only. So you can see it's kind of like a teaser and then a follow-up to it. Now, with subject lines, make sure that your subject line is relevant to your message. You don't want any clickbait. You don't want to deceive your subscribers in any way. You want to make sure that, they can be clever, but they need to be relevant to what your message is, because if a reader opens your email with one expectation and it's completely out of left field, they might mark that as spam. So just be very cautious and make sure that we're not trying to trick anyone to opening the message, because that will only hurt you over the long haul. So make sure you're using your message pre-header. Now, above here, we have templates. Part of Aweber's mission is making sure that we do 90% of the work for you, so that we leave the really fun 10% of your job to you. We all went into business for a passion to help people, to connect with people, to offer our talents and our skills to people and help them solve problems, right? I'm sure none of you went into your business thinking, I'm going to be an email marketer. No, right? Unless you went into an email marketing manager business, but most of you have a passion about something. And email marketing is just part of your marketing strategy. It's a necessary part. It's the most effective way to market your business. So we want to make sure that we're doing most of the work for you. So we have hundreds of templates that you can use to kind of get a jump start on your email. We don't expect you to be email design aficionados or even copy aficionados. So we're going to do a lot of the work for you. And that's where the templates come in. So as you can see, we have tons and tons of really beautiful templates. A lot of them come in several different color schemes. And most of what is in the template is going to be customizable. We want your brand, your personality, your colors to shine through. So that's why we give you a lot of kind of a great jumping off point, as I said, but we want to leave room for your creativity and flexibility. So you could choose any of these templates. So we're going to choose, let's choose our newsletter right here. And as you can see, there's different colors available as well. And I'm going to show you how to further customize this. So we're going to pick our template at the bottom. We're going to hit the blue apply button. And you can see that right now we have a template. These are all called rows, and this is where we're going to drop our elements. And our elements are on the left-hand side here. So this is going to give us kind of like a wireframing of what you should be putting where. So up top, I want to start off with my logo. So we're going to go over to our elements, and you can click on an element and then drag it over to wherever you want to drop it. And you can see where it's blue highlighted. That's where it's going to drop. So we're going to drop it in here. And we're going to click to edit. We're going to upload an image. Now we give you, we're going to go to the image gallery. We give you hundreds of free pictures that you can use inside your emails. So these are all emails that you're allowed to use, or you can upload your own images here as well. So we're going to go to our images and we're going to find our logo. And here we go. And I can actually even move this up higher. So we'll make sure it's at the top. Now, anytime it says drop your elements here, that's where you're going to drop it. So it's seriously super easy, right? So we're going to drop in let's drop in an image. So we're going to drag it over, and you want to drop it above that blue line. So if I dropped it right here, you know it's going to go below the logo. And again, we're going to go to our image gallery, and we're going to find, let's see, that looks delightful. We're going to find a picture that we're going to feature. Now I can copy rows or elements. I can delete elements here. So we're going to delete one of these. Oops. And let's add in a paragraph is simply your text. So we're going to drag this in above the picture. And I'm going to type in what's for dinner, because we're talking about Tara's Healthy Eats, and we have that beautiful picture of that salmon dish. Okay. And you can edit your font however you want. So I want to center align it. I want to make it bigger. So all of my tools are right at my disposal here. I can make it bold, and I think that looks good. Let's change the font. Make it Georgia. Okay. Now I left this blank here. Anytime you leave a row blank or an element blank, it's going to erase that. So we're going to look at the preview, and you can see that empty space is no longer there. So we're going to go back to our editor, and I'm going to put a space in there just so the formatting looks a lot nicer. And then remember, this is our template. So it says, hi, first name. These brackets are going to automatically pull in your subscriber's first name, assuming that it's in there already. And I can edit my text here and type in whatever I want. So let's see, salmon is what's for dinner. Okay, so on and so forth. So you can type in your message here. We can also add more images. We could add our social media information. So we're going to drag that here. And you could add in your social media. Let's see. We could add in I love adding in dividers, because in my newsletters that I personally send to my audience, I like to send a lot of different things, a digest style newsletter. So I like incorporating our dividers, and you can make them solid, you can make them dotted or dashed, and you can even change the color. So we're going to go with black in this case, and you just click on the color. That's all you need to do. You can make it bolder if you like. So super simple so far, right? Are you guys following on? Do we have any questions? Let's see. I want to show you some other cool things here too. So we have an article style, so I can drag that in. And what that's going to do is it's going to put a small thumbnail picture, a headline, and copy here. So it's kind of like a little, well, it's an article kind of format. So let's put a picture here. We're going to go back to our image gallery, and let's just click this photo, and then we're going to put my favorite salmon recipes. Oops. And then I'm going to add some more text here. And you can even read more. And what that will do will take you to anywhere you want them to go. So say you have a blog, your blog is food. You could take them to a blog post that you wrote about your favorite salmon recipes. So you're just going to link that on the right-hand side. Anytime you have a row highlighted, that menu is going to show up on the right. So you can see here, I could have read more, which is the default, or I could say, go to blog. And then I'm going to put the blog URL on here so it's hyperlinked. I can also change this up to be a center image or a right image, or if I don't want an image at all, I can change that as well. So that's a really fun feature, especially if you want to drive them to a specific place. Maybe think about, maybe you're not a blogger, maybe you sell services. This could be a little thumbnail of a course that you are running, and it could, change your headline. And when they click on this link, it could take them right to the course on your website. So remember, email marketing is a lot about relationships. It's a lot about building trust, but it's also keeping you top of mind. So that means that you want to direct them somewhere else where you want them to engage, or you want them to take an action, like buy your course, buy your products, read your blog. So whatever you're putting in your newsletter, make sure it's valuable information that makes them want to continue on. You could also do we got to add a row here. So because I'm using a template and it only had so many rows in the template, we're going to add another row below our article here. And we're going to add a coupon. And so you can see that it already gives you the dashed outline here, and you can make this dashed, you can make it dotted, you can make it solid, really whatever. But if it's a coupon, We're going to stick with the dash because that's what most people think of when they see a coupon. And you can change this font to be whatever it is. So maybe you're running a special, or they get a free add-on service. You can add that to the bottom of your email. And if you are an Etsy seller, we do have a third party, what we call widget, where you can drag and drop. Let me add another row here. So see how simple it is, just dragging and dropping. This is what we call our canvas. So you just drag and drop everything that you want in your email. Now, once you've created your emails, you can save them as a template or copy past emails if you keep the same format and just change out the information. So you don't have to feel like you need to do this for every single email. Because once you have something that is how you like it, you can just repurpose it and use it over and over again with new content. So we're going to add in our product. So maybe I sell salmon seasoning on Etsy. That's a great example, right? So I can actually take my product URL from Etsy, copy and paste it into our product URL on the right-hand side. And it will automatically pull in the image and the product title and a short little description as well as the price. So that is a super cool integration that you can use inside your emails if you are an Etsy seller. Okay, so we're going to preview this message now. And you can see, now I'm not the best email designer, but that was pretty simple. And I was able to get my logo, some text, photos here, and I could tweak and kind of format this the way that I want. But just to quickly show you how the elements work, and you can also preview it on mobile as well. Okay, so we're going to save and exit. Don't forget the subject line. And I'm just going to quickly show you how to build a campaign. You're going to use the same exact thoughts with the drag and drop builder. So again, we want to do a lot of the work for you. So when you create a campaign, now a campaign is a series of emails. It's auto triggered. So you can trigger it when you have a new subscriber. You could trigger it based on a tag or a keyword that's applied to the subscriber. If they click on a link, it can be triggered. So there's a lot of different ways. I don't want to get too in the weeds on that, but you simply can create a campaign, and then we have templates again for a campaign. So maybe you want to do a welcome series to welcome your new subscribers, kind of set the tone, the expectations. Maybe you're delivering a lead magnet or an incentive if you incentivize someone to join your list, or if you're a coach and they signed up for a free course. You could do a blogger series, or even so, we have a mini course here. So we're going to click on welcome series. And what we've done for you is we have created, again, the wireframing for your campaign. So you can see trigger on new subscribers. They're going to automatically get this message. Thanks for subscribing. It's going to wait 1 day. Now you can change this to 2 days, a week, however you want. It's going to get a second message. It's going to wait a day, and a third message. So you can kind of tweak this based on your own business and your own needs and messaging. But we're going to take just a quick look at the message here, because we've given you copy suggestions, and all you do is, fill in the blanks and or personalize your message. So we've done a lot of the work for you. So you can see here, we have all of our text here, and in the brackets, you can see what needs to be customized for you and your business. And again, you can use the same elements on the left. So maybe you want to add some pizzazz to this. You want to add your social following. You want to add pictures. That's all available to you here. Excuse me. And you're going to go in and do that for each message in your campaign. Your campaign can be one message. It could be 17 messages, there's really no limit. It's up to you. And you could have people go from one campaign to another. But I just wanted to show you how simple it is to create the campaigns and then activate it when you're finished. Okay, we're going to move quickly into subscribers. This is where you're going to manage your subscribers. You can add subscribers. You can view the subscribers you already have. You can manually or bulk add tags to subscribers. So an example of that would be anyone that purchases from you, you could tag customer, or anyone that hasn't purchased from you, you could tag not a customer yet. So, you know, be creative. You could use as tags in all different ways. You could search by email, name, tag. Did they open the message? You could search it by no open. So there's a lot of options here in terms of how to manage your subscribers. We also give you some filters on the left-hand side, and you can look at custom segments on our Aweber Pro accounts as well. So you could create different segments to send to. Sign up forms. This is great to add a sign up form to your website, to your blog, to make sure that you're capturing people who might find you but didn't engage or purchase with you yet. So just like our campaigns and just like our broadcasts, we give you templates to create your sign up form. You can have them as a hosted URL. You can embed them right into your website, or you could have your website designer do it as well. So again, we have tons of templates here, and you can customize it with colors, with your font. You can add different colors with your background. You could add images, divider, or text. So again, you want to make sure it matches your website, your branding, and make sure that if you are incentivizing, you're putting what the lead magnet is, and make sure you set clear expectations as to how often you are going to send a message. Now, if you don't have a website to embed a sign-up form on, the landing page option is awesome for you. Now, not to sound like a broken record, but again, we are going to give you a ton of templates to work with. These are the landing pages we've already created, but to create a landing page, you're going to go here and you can see we have all of our templates built out here. Maybe you do a lot of things and you want kind of like a link list. Maybe you're promoting a book promotion or an ebook. There's a template for that, a product that you want to sell. So think about what the end goal of your landing page is. Do you want them to join your mailing list? Do you want them to go to another place? Think about that. But we're going to look at a simple sign-up form. And through our landing page builder, and again, this is free to all of our customers. So we have our Aweber free accounts, we have our Aweber Pro. Everyone gets the landing page builder, no matter which plan you're on. And it's going to utilize our easy drag and drop technology again here. So you can see our elements on the left-hand side, and you can drag and drop additional images. You can see we have an image as the background. You can change the coloring, you can change the font. So this is just a very high level look at our landing page builder, but you can do some really incredible things. And again, if you don't already have a website, this is a really great place to start. A landing page is just a one-page website that has usually one call to action. So for this example, it gives the benefits of the email list, and then the end result, the end call to action is to sign up for the list. We can do a lot of cool things with link colors, with link hovers. So you can see that when you hover over the sign up button, it changes color. I could do a whole webinar just on our landing page builder, but definitely check it out for yourself. So here's just a preview of what it looks like. All of our social elements are included in the template. So you just click and add your link. You can also see what it looks like on a mobile. So that is our landing page builder at a glance. Again, tons of templates depending on what you are looking to accomplish. And we have our reporting, because if you don't look at a report, did the email really happen? It's vital that you look at your open rates, your click-through rates, as we talked about in the beginning, to see how your emails are performing. You want to do more of what's working and less of what's not working. And if you're just getting started in email, it's going to take some time to really figure out what's going to resonate with your audience. So make sure that you are trying new things. You can A/B test in our pro plans. So that means you could test things as subject line, time of day, different emails. I mean, there's really unlimited opportunities there. But you want to make sure that you're viewing your opens, your click-throughs, and your unsubscribes, because that's going to really give you the meat of if your email works or not. If you see a really high open rate, that means that your subject line worked with your audience. And as you start building your trust and your relationship over the time, they're going to start opening your emails simply because you sent it. I'm sure you can think of some examples of in your own inbox. No matter what the subject line is, you're going to open the email because that person or that company has brought you value over time, either through your emails or through their products or their services or their social media, whatever. So you will continue to see those open rates go up and up and up, but make sure that you are looking at the reports, because that is going to help drive your decisions and figure out which path to continue down. So that is pretty much the overall kind of look into the Aweber dashboard. Again, very high level, because I could spend the entire day teaching you how to use Aweber. But one thing that is amazing and really sets us apart from all of our other competitors is that we are available 24/7. So whether you have a question at 3 o'clock in the morning or Saturday, there will be someone live from Aweber, from our Pennsylvania headquarters, who are going to help you with your email marketing. They're going to help you troubleshoot. They're going to give you advice. They're really patient. They're amazing. We win tons of awards because of our customer solutions team, because they are that awesome and they are that passionate about helping you grow your business and connect with your audience. So if you ever need help, please reach out to them. Phone, email, chat, they're available to help you to get started. And as I mentioned, we have a link here for you if you would like more information on Aweber. It is sarahhq.aweber.com. That's where you can sign up for a free account, get access to our email message builder, our landing page builder, all the reporting you need, and soon web push notifications, which will drive your visitors back to your website. So I can open up to questions if anyone has any questions that they would like to ask live, or Sarah, if you have any questions.
Thank you so much, Jena. I really, really appreciate it. Like, you shared so much. Like, you walked everyone through from how to put a logo on your email, putting an image, putting your headshot image, your everything, and then how to use the Aweber landing page. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat so we can quickly answer your question before we round up today's webinar. So do you have any questions, anything you need clarity on? So for example, let me ask a question, right? Because I also have a huge email list. So what would you advise in the aspect of reputation sending? You know, there are some emails that go into updates, promotions folder, spam, and the inbox. So how do we avoid our emails from going into, because I know that is a super important question when it comes to email marketing. So I just felt like I should ask.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great question. And I have a couple of thoughts on that. So first and foremost, when you have your sign up form, so whether it's embedded on your website or using a landing page, you always want to set expectations. What are they going to receive? Now, is that in terms of your lead magnet? Yes, of course. You want to say like, hey, this is what you're going to get. Sign up for my course, sign up for my PDF, sign up for whatever. And you could also include in there, and this is the other content you're going to receive. And make sure they know like what they're signing up for. Is it a weekly email, a daily email, a monthly email? Because if you say like join my weekly newsletter and you send every day, they're going to start unsubscribing or complaining or marking as spam. If you say I'm going to send once a day and you send once a month or once every other month, they're going to forget about you. They're going to stop opening your emails because they're going to say like, who's this? I don't remember signing up for this. You also in your, every time you get a new subscriber, it's imperative that you send them a welcome email. And that can be set up automatically through our campaigns feature. And you can send one email, a series of emails, but definitely do this. Most people don't. And this is a big, big chance to improve. In your welcome email. Now, let me tell you why it's so important. People are going to be the most engaged they ever will be when they first sign up to your email list. So you want to make sure you capitalize on that and, jump on that enthusiasm. So in that autoresponder email, you're going to say, hey, here, this is who I am. This is how I'm going to help you. Cause that's all they care about, right? This is how I'm going to help you. Please whitelist me, add me as a contact, drag me out of promotions. I want to make sure I get, in your inbox. And you also want to pick an email provider that has a reputation that Aweber does. You want to make sure, that their emails get to where they need to go. We've been around for 20 plus years. We have an amazing reputation. We have a complete department internally that their only job is email deliverability. A lot of our competitors outsource their email deliverability, so they don't have as much control over it. So make sure you do your homework. I've already done it for you. Aweber is leading in email deliverability. But you want to make sure that you're educating your customers. We talked about the subject line too. If you're constantly sending emails that are salesy or have a subject line that has nothing to do with your message, people are going to mark you as spam, or they're going to unsubscribe, or they're going to delete. And the thing that most people don't know with email is that you build up your own reputation. It's kind of just like social media. When people engage with your emails, meaning they open, they click, and better yet, they reply to your email, that is showing all of the ISPs like Google and Hotmail and Yahoo and all of those, Gmail, that your emails are worth reading and worth sending to the endpoint. So you want to make sure that you're sending really valuable information that people are going to engage with. Ask questions in your email. Ask them to reply to you because engagement will go a long way with getting your emails into the primary inbox.
Okay, so someone is asking, how do you create an email sequence series? Is it available on the free plan?
Yes, it is. So we recently introduced our Aweber free plan in July, and we did it because we know there's so many people out there who maybe are starting a new business or starting a new passion project, or they had to move from brick and mortar or in person to more digital and virtual, right? And so we thought this is the best time to do this. And we didn't want to just throw another free plan out there. We know there's free plans available, but we wanted to make the best free plan. And that means unlimited automations. So whether you're free or paying, we give you unlimited campaigns. You can send as many emails in your campaign. You can send as many campaigns as you want. I will tell you, our competitors don't do that. And if they do, they only allow one email in your autoresponder. So that sets us apart in a huge, huge way because we don't want to be a blocker to your success. We want to help you with your success and help you grow. And we started out, we were the original autoresponder, right? And so we wanted to make sure that that feature was available to everyone. There's no limit on automations. Now, where the limits do come into play is the free plan will support up to 500 subscribers and 3,000 emails a month. So if you are sending, a lot of emails in a month, you might creep up to that 3,000 send limit. But the free plan is really designed for someone who's just starting out with email marketing. As you're growing, you're going to need, some more advanced features and help. And so that's where some of the limitations will come into play, is with that 3,000 send and 500 subscribers. And our support, I talked about our support. It's available to everyone, phone, email, chat, whether you're free or not. So that is another huge, huge thing that our competitors don't do.
So let's say someone wants to come in at a higher plan. What's the difference between the free plan and the pro plans, the other plans that you have?
Yeah, so there will be Aweber branding on the free. You can remove it on the paid. There's different pricing tiers depending on your subscriber tiers. So once you get to 501 subscribers, it's going to be $19 a month. And let me tell you, the ROI on email marketing is insane. So you'll definitely pay for your email marketing and then some once you start generating revenue. Even if you reached one or two more customers through email, you've already paid for that $19 a month. So that's going to give you 501 subscribers. And then that tier ends at, oh gosh, I want to say 2,500. All the pricing is on the link, the sarahhq.aweber.com. But there's going to also be some advanced analytics and reporting on the pro. There's going to be some e-commerce functionality on the pro version as well. But everything that you really need, automations, customer service, the landing pages, campaigns, integrations, all of that is going to be included on the free. So it literally has everything you need to get started with email marketing. And then as your business grows and your email marketing needs grow, you can grow alongside of us.
Wow. Thank you so much, Jena, for that.
Yeah.
So
$19 a month when on the paid plan. You can't beat that.
Exactly. And that's like super, super affordable starting out. Starting out. And email marketing has been super, like that's what has helped my business grow really, really well, email marketing. So if you have any, please put it in the chat and let's take 5 more minutes to answer questions and any more questions, and then we round up. Thank you so much, Jena.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so now let's say someone is moving from another email marketing service provider. Would it hurt the reputation sending, and what would the process be would look like?
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought this up because it was actually something I left out of our Aweber free. We have free migration services. So we have a lot of people who move over from a different email service provider to Aweber. We will import all of your subscribers, all of your signups. We'll recreate landing pages. We'll build all of your campaigns and sequences for free, right? Can I get like a woohoo, like free? Like that's amazing, right? So if you are with another service and you want to try Aweber either on our free plan or a paid plan, we will do all the heavy lifting for you. And in terms of hurting your reputation, I would say that it probably would have the opposite effect, especially if you're on a platform where maybe they're not known for their email deliverability, or a lot of their messages go to the spam folder, or maybe they outsource their email deliverability. We see people come over to us all the time that tell us like, wow, my open rates have improved enormously. So we actually see improved open rates on people that have come. And I don't have the stats in front of me, unfortunately, but it's something that we do track, and we keep, our fingers on the pulse with that. And we're just really proud and excited to offer free migration services to anyone who wants to come over and try Aweber. And you can get more information on the same link as well.
Yes. So, okay, you also mentioned something that you have templates. So what kind of templates do you have? Because I noticed that there are like different series, maybe for selling an online course, or a different sequence so what kind of templates is available on Aweber?
So are you talking about like an email or a landing page?
Email.
Yeah. So, there's really no one size fits all for any of us, right? Because we all have different businesses, we have different ideal customers, we all have different things that we offer in terms of value. And so we want to make sure we have a lot of different templates, and a lot of it's aesthetics or format. But yeah, there is a lot of different templates because we want to make sure that we are sending an email that's really unique to you. And so a lot of our templates are just like ideas or inspiration, and then you can make it your own. But we do have ones that are inspired by certain outcomes. So whether it's selling a product or sharing your blog or a podcast or just like a weekly newsletter, we wanted to give inspiration for all of those different things, because there's a ton of reasons why you would send an email, and sometimes it's not always the same reason. So yeah, just I would explore the templates and see what works best for you. I know when I first started out sending my email newsletters, they look drastically different from today than they did that first time. And you're always going to be tweaking and evolving and iterating on what you're sending. And once you find something that you really love, keep going with that. And you can save it as a template, as I mentioned, and just keep reusing that same one and just changing out the content. But you're going to find that your email marketing skills and your even design eye are going to evolve over time, and you're going to get more sophisticated with it. But those templates are really just a great way to, for someone who's brand spanking new and they have no idea where to start, and you're looking at a blank canvas and you're like, what does an email even look like? We've done that for you, and just lots of different designs depending on what you're trying to do.
Thank you so much, Jena. Yes, thank you for sharing so much value on reputation sending, the amazing offer that Aweber has to give everyone on their free plan and also on their paid plan. So thank you guys also for joining this webinar. It has been super, super valuable.
Oh, good.
Yes, because she showed us how to walk through the dashboard, how to create an email inside of Aweber, how to create a landing page and all of that. So anything else you want to share, Jena, before we round up today?
Yeah, no, I would just say if you're not doing email marketing, really start. There, you have nothing to lose, literally. You could sign up for free and start sending messages. I would say my best advice to anyone is to just do it, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. We just talked about how your style and your skills are going to evolve. Just start building your audience with your sign up form or your landing page. Send a welcome email. That's super, super important. And send a regular email. And just, done is better than perfect. So, just get it out there and make sure that it's valuable information, because that's what's going to keep your subscribers interested in opening and clicking, and hopefully the end goal of buying whatever you are selling. So just do it. That's it. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So from time to time, we would still do more webinars and even podcast episodes on how email marketing is important for whatever online business it is that you're running, either restaurant, food, real estate, and the like. So
yeah, if you have a message, you need email marketing. It's that simple. Email marketing is for everyone, and it can be for anyone now, especially since we have our free plan. So thank you for having me. It looks like Linda has a question real quick.
Oh, okay. Okay. What question, Linda?
And I'm always happy to come back. And if we want to do a deeper dive into the landing page builder or reporting or any, subscriber management, I'm always happy to come back and do a deeper dive. And Linda, you only need a name and email address to sign up for an Aweber free account. Once you sign up for an Aweber Pro account, we will need a postal address and additional information, including a credit card. But you don't need a credit card to sign up for Aweber on our free plan. You just need name and email. It's that easy.
Yeah, she was okay. She was asking about physical address on the email.
Okay. So you do need to have there is a law, the Can Spam Act, where you need to have a address on your emails. So you could put a PO box if you're working from home, if you don't want to disclose your home address. But yeah, you can contact our customer solutions and talk it through with them, and they'll give you some other solutions to how to get around that.
Okay, so thanks again for coming on this webinar. A big thank you to everyone that joined in. So that I would upload the replay of this webinar on the link I put in the chat. So the replay will be on programs.sarahhq.com/aweber-webinar. So I'll put the replay there. You can go back there to watch all the platform walkthrough, how she did a demo on how to build your email, your landing page, all of that, and how to send an email using Aweber. So, and then under the replay video, there'll be buttons to create your free webinar, your free Aweber account, so that you can start using Aweber right away and start doing email marketing for your business. Start building your list. Okay, bye.